A few weeks ago, Adidas decided to end its partnership with Kanye West and his Yeezy line of shoes. The company said yesterday that the end of the partnership will hurt its bottom line, and it will hurt significantly. Adidas is now joining with the Anti-Defamation League in a new partnership aimed at combating anti-Semitism and hate in sports. Joining us right now is Jonathan Greenblatt. He is Anti-Defamation League CEO and National Director. And Jonathan, you are everywhere lately. That's a great thing that you're making progress on all these fronts, but maybe it's a bad thing because you have to be everywhere lately. What's going on?
I mean, I think it's a sign of the times. We know that anti-Semitism is unfortunately on the rise in ways we haven't seen literally in over 45 years. We know that hate crimes are up against all different minorities. And there's something in the air, I think. You see it when you travel. You hear it when you talk to people on the street. Folks are on edge, and when people are on edge and when people are anxious, it shouldn't surprise us as intolerance is on the rise.
Yeah, and not just intolerance on the rise, maybe social media being a way to promote these things and really amplify that message.
Absolutely. I mean, Becky, I think social media is a super spreader of all kinds of stereotypes, and it gins people up. You know, it doesn't calm them down. It raises the stress level everywhere. I think that's got a lot to do with it.
So let's talk about Adidas and what you have worked out with them. I think this was a really closely watched issue because Adidas took a very long time to separate itself from Kanye West.
A very long time.
We can understand why now. Yesterday they came out and explained exactly how much it's going to cost them, and it is significant.
It's for a company that already had soft earnings, that was already on the ropes. This hit them right in the pocketbook. But, you know, I think the consumers want to make sure that the companies that talk about values actually live those values. And so while it took them a while, I'm glad they got to the right place. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. ADL's hosting its annual Never Is Now conference, the largest annual summit in the world on anti-Semitism and hate over at the Javits Center. And we're announcing this multi-stage partnership with Adidas. And again, I wish they had gotten to a place sooner, at least even said something sooner. But where they are is going to allow us to create new anti-hate curriculum for school athletes, which I think will be really important. It's going to help us with our Sports Leadership Council to do more tackling anti-Semitism and bigotry in sports. And it'll scale up some of our anti-Semitism education programs around the country.
Is their partnership money or more than just money?
More than just money. There will be a financial component, there's a programmatic component, and there'll be a brand component. And now I'm wearing Adidas sneakers, so there's a just looking good component, too.
Let's see, you got them on right now?
We got them on right now.
Okay. What did you find when you spoke with them? I mean, we spoke with you after you talked to Elon Musk a week or two ago, and you were impressed by him saying the right things.
Yeah.
What did Adidas say, and what was the conversation, and why do you think it took them so long to get to this point?
So again, I think you alluded to the complicated legal issues that they're facing and the expense of doing this. But I spoke to Thomas Rabbie, the chairman of their supervisory board, a few weeks ago, before they had said anything, when there was a kind of corporate inertia. And I told him, if you get this right, we will lift you up. But until you do, we are going to hammer you every single day. And then I spoke to not only the NBA and the Nets, but I spoke to their institutional investors. And there was a great deal of shame because, again, the company has a complicated history. And so to see them being quiet in the face of clear anti-Semitism was really problematic.